Yo, what's going on, guys? Elise got a buff on her passive on the damage and the healing, and her stun also got increased duration, going all the way up to 2.4 seconds at max rank instead of just 2 seconds. This has pulled Elise from being roughly a top 30 jungler to a top 20 jungler, depending on your elo, because she does function better the higher you are. Her late game is not the best, so everything past the 30-minute mark, you'll feel your agency in the game slip quite a bit. And that's why you want to look to end your games early on her focus down objectives. With that being said, if you are able to maintain a full stack Dark Seal or Medj, her late game is fine, especially if you have Drag Soul. For our runes, we took Dark Harvest with Cheap Shot, Eyeball, Relentless, Water Walking, that way it's easier to win scuttle fights, and then we have Absolute Focus as well. The attack speed, AP, and armor. Water Walking is more moon speed in the river, a lot more, and it's also more damage, so very, very strong. We can use our W around like 128. Just leave it there. We'll swap Spider Form, Auto, and the W. It's okay for you to tank a hit or two, but then you want to let your Spiderlings tank. There's no reason for you to take every single hit. Typically on Elise, you want to clear off your blue side first, because you can take blue and Gromp easier than your red side. But I wanted to kind of path for my top side early. I don't think ganking for Ezreal is the best super early on. We can go ahead and do Wolves and a Gromp for the fastest level 3 possible here. We can do Wolves at a decent rate. Just put one red buff auto on the small ones, and then we'll focus down the big one for the most part. Your Q does more damage in Spider Form the lower on health something is, and your Q in Human Form does more damage the healthier something is. So generally, when you're damage dumping, you want to use human abilities first, and then your spider abilities. QW in the Spider Form, QW immediately, W for the attack speed bonus, and Q for the damage and dash. So here we can smite Q, do a little bit of extra damage. Swaps human form. You do move around the map faster as a spider, so typically if you're going to walk around, you do it in spider form, but when you gank, you'll swap into human form for the stun. But you can jump to them in spider form and swap human form. Just depends on how important landing the stun is for you and your given situation. I think Hecarim will be over here by now. No, he must have started on his red, because he should have done finishing up his raptors and starting his red right around then. It's kind of interesting. Mid's gankable. Top lane, really not very. Ganking for Mundo and Malzahar kind of sucks though. So we're in a situation where, oh, okay, we can run back and do blue, or we can take a gank plus scuttle. I'd rather get the gank plus scuttle than my blue, because at least with blue buffs, really no different than just normal Elise, and maybe level 3 either way. So yeah, normally you wouldn't want to do a gank like this where you have to wait 10 years, but that wasn't really my intention. Window's not going to follow like at all here. Yeah, I'm just going to jump away. That was a lot of wasted time, but we did get his blood pool, so we can loop back around. A lot of people will just think you leave, but in reality, we're going to stick around. Yeah, Mundo's not really reacting with WQ. We'll hold on to his snare until we're nice and close. Nice, not bad. It's the general concept. If they don't have flash, it's a free kill. With that being said, ganking for Mundo and Malz early kind of sucks, but this game, we didn't really have any good lanes to gank for, to be honest. All these lanes are somewhat suboptimal to gank. So right now he's up a little bit of CS, not a huge deal though. I don't know why he's randomly coming over here. He must have just started topside path in the bot, which is somewhat unusual for Hecarim. He typically wants to start on his blue. Going to pop our E to get over there. Your E in midair, you can also jump to wards as well. Or I shouldn't say wards, but the jungle plants. You're gonna hop onto. It's a good escape route. Mundo's basically dead, so ganking for him here is not very good. Other than the lane being like in a good spot for a gank, Mundo needs to TP. He's out of health. If I go, he'll probably die. To where I don't really want to help him there. One more Q will probably kill. I only have 1 point in it. So yeah, it's doing about 150. It's dead. He's so low, and that's exactly why I didn't want to gank for him. I knew that was going to happen. Like, I can't gank that. He has item advantage. I have no items. This does nothing. He has 2 items that do something. This might be gankable. Once Mundo steps up here. We'll get him with the stun. W, spider form, QW. I'll jump over to me in a second here. The E and the Q. Not bad. We can no longer reach him with autos or with Q, so I had to use my E to get to him. I'll go ahead and mute all. Mute all. Nice. Beautiful. We need to push this. I need the golden XP from being here is the thing. Hecarim has tier 2 boots. Mundo's pushing this wave so slow. He really needs to just get it pushed. He can solo Hecarim there. You shouldn't let Hecarim freeze on him. We'll get him with the stun, WQE. Spider form, QWE, and I'm dead. Level 6 Mundo, he can win that. Like, all he has to do is fight it. And he gets it. Alright, not bad actually, because I had to reset anyways, and I didn't lose any Dark Seal stacks. We'll go ahead and grab tier 2 boots, Dark Seal, Oracles, and we're good to go. Typically, you'll get Oracles on your second back. We're super over ganked this game, but if you're down XP, you'll get catch-up XP anyways. If the enemy jungler's ever 3 levels up on you and more, you get turbo catch-up XP. And really, no matter how far ahead the enemy junglers, you'll never be more than 1 or 2 levels behind, even if you're over ganking. With that being said, we need to start playing for bot side because we need dragons. This Mundo, ugh, he needs to start just winning his lane on its own. We've babysat him, spoon fed him. It's time for him to be a big boy. He's a big boy now. We get red into gank. Red gank Elise is a lot different than no red buff gank because we can lay down red buff auto attacks to land an easier cocoon. The closer you are, the easier it is to land cocoon. The closer they are to walls that or structures they can't juke or jump through, the easier it is. Or if they're just straight up slowed, like I said, with red buff, or if you can start smiting champions. We'll approach in spider form for the faster movement speed. Oh, it is warded. W attack speed OP. This one may or may not be worded is the thing. We'll see. Oh, cool, it is. Nice. Let's see if Scuttle's up. Nope. Might be able to do something mid. Mal's is 6. Once Mal's is 6 and up, he's easy to gank for. I have my Sork shoes as well. Go with the Q. She's dead. I didn't want to throw out my stun early. She was so low, plus with my Dark Harvest stack, it's easy pickings there. Go back into spider form. We also have the river to get here quickly. We need to maintain our Dark Seal stacks. I don't think this is warded either. Oh, that's rough. Leading with the WQ. Flash stun. Well, use E to get to her, and then into Q. She's dead. I might be able to run down Bran, actually. He only has tier 1 boots. He misses his stun. I still have my stun here, so I'm alive. I don't really want to risk it. Even if I get a kill there and then die, it's not worth because I'm sitting on a lot of power right now. 4 Dark Seal stacks is pretty dang good. Raptors is one of Elise's slower camps and she lacks proper AoE damage as a whole. The enemies burn flash and heal. I could probably gank them. Mundo's struggling it out top side. Just because the lane's struggling doesn't mean you're supposed to gank for it. You're only supposed to gank a lane where you're very sure you're going to get a kill out of it. Otherwise, you're just wasting loads of time. I could probably solo Vladimir. He is strong. 2 D-rings and Oblivion Orb. His Q will empowered Q's on cooldown, so that's good news. We'll run him down. I held on to my cocoon. Get him. No, missed it. He's dead though for my autos. Nice. Not bad. We got his flash as well. So 15-minute top. Cool, cool, cool. We'll go ahead and pick up Night Harvester. We could help him push the wave. I'm just kind of in a hurry to reset since I'm sitting on so much gold. So mid struggling, bot struggling, top struggling. Everyone's struggling right now. We haven't gotten Dragon yet. Hecarim's already bot side. We're going to assume our bot lane dies, so we need to go immediately for Herald. Because even if my bot lane survives, if they're low health, how are we going to fight them on dragon at that point? So Herald's a safe move here. Taking blue buff does nothing. We don't get level 8 and blue buff on Elise. It's not that important. We'll just take this. At least, or I should say, the Talia's bot side right now. Yeah, they're going to take that. Ooh, Hecarim's actually pretty low. I think I can get first turret gold top side, so it's fine. That actual scumbag just almost stole Herald. For those of you who don't know, Herald gives you 300 gold to whoever kills it. And if you have a nearby ally champion who was just nearby, they'll get 100 gold. But he almost just stole my gold without even like helping on it. Some players just don't realize that, but if they do, that's so scummy to try to steal that from you. Whatever. All right, we'll go top here. This is free. Walk into a spider form for the speed up. Right when he sees this, I'll swap human, get out of WQ, hold on to my stun for a second, miss it like a champ. We'll get him with an auto into Q since our Q outranges. I'll jump away. We can take the first shot or two and then E out. Your E also lets you dodge the turret shot and swap aggro pretty easily. With that being said, since Mundo's so tanky there, I probably shouldn't be the one tanking. Yeah, this turret's gone. That is first turret gold, bonus first turret gold, and 2 plates. So the Herald gave me 300 gold, and me and Mundo from first turret gold bonus and the 2 plates both got around 300, so that's a lot of gold. I guess not 300 each, but like 200 each. All right, let's go. So 700 gold total, but 500 to me. Go for a little piece of this. I'll wait in base. I could have held on to my stun for longer. I just figured even if he did dodge it, we were going to kill him either way. But I should have definitely held on to it. Because if he didn't blood pool, he would have died within the next second or so, regardless. So yeah, we should have held. His flash is up 15-minute mark. Also, I should be in spider form right now. I shouldn't be walking around human form. Spider form faster. Spider form OP. We could hop over the wall with our E there as well. There's little optimization things you can do on Elise. Now we go back into spider form. Gotta dive bot side. You may not have the highest CS score in the game on Elise, but you'll typically have more ganks, and then you can typically leverage that into objectives. Where is everybody? I know they know I'm here roughly because that's warded. Dude, for all 5 people, okay, 3 people missing now. Where are they? She's going bot. I guess I gotta farm. I'm not really near anything. Oh, I guess I go bot. All this walking for nothing, man. Wow, did she have her R and exhaust that whole time and she was just saving it till her 80 carry died? Got it. Easy outplay. I'm going to stay bot. I'm already here. I don't want to path over a bunch of dead space again. Might as well take what belongs to me. If anyone comes to match me, that's good. I wasted their time. And if no one matches me, then good. They miss CS on bot turret. I'll take first turret as well. Nice. All right. We're sitting pretty for now. Let's use the water walking bonus moving 446. Relentless Hunter plus water walking. Pretty fast. Brand is 1 full item. No, not a lot of HP though. Boom. We'll E-dash to the vein. Get her with an auto Q. She got chunked. I might actually be able to kill her with a flash EWQ and swap spider. WQ. Easy. Alright. There's Talia. She might walk around this way. Nah, she's not. Never mind. I kind of need a reset for Maj. Drag's coming up as well, so it's a good time for me to back. We'll pick up... I kind of like Lich Bane in this case, but Shadow Flame's a little bit safer. You don't have to get as close. You can have more value with just max range Q and W in human form. Hecarim burns his R, goes in. Spear of Shojin Rush Hecarim. I haven't seen that this patch yet. I'll have to look into that. I don't think that's a thing though. Oh, cool. He took my jungle. I went bot side. That's why it's nice when you have teammates who ward, because then I could invade his bot side. So it's really important that I actually stay alive here, because I have 10 mesh. They're gonna group up on drag right now. If I landed the stun, Hecarim dies. It's kind of on me a little bit. That being said, Ezreal's not using his flash. Yeah, drag's probably gone. We'll give up the first two, I guess. Whatever. I still don't have my red jungle item finished because I'm not farming that much. Most junglers will finish it around their level 11 or 12. I'm only level 9 right now, so because it's not that crazy. We get top turret, they get second dragon. It's better for the enemies. Still, at least we're getting something out of it. It's a trade, not a completely one-sided exchange. This guy is dead. I don't know why Mundo's backing here. Gonna E to get to this guy, and we are out of here. Very nice. He's greedy. He ended up losing his flash. I get some more mesh stacks. In solo queue, it's very common for people to make a random mistake. For Bran, he came over here for whatever reason, probably a ward or maybe get a ward on Herald, but instead now we should get free Herald and I get some free mesh. Very good. So turret plus Herald plus a kill. Probably a little bit better than second dragon, as long as I don't throw my shutdown lead. I'm going to smite this to make sure I get the 200 gold. I do not want that to go into the wrong hands. If they push for mid here, they don't have a turret to really retreat to, so it's going to be dangerous for them. I hope they push up mid right now. 3 spiderlings. Let's go. 2 points in Elise are OP. Extra damage, extra health. Loving the buff. Elise definitely needed it. With how strong early game junglers are right now, like Rek'Sai, Kha'Zix, Jarvan, Elise was sitting out like a sore thumb. Even after the buffs, I personally don't think she hangs very well with like Jarvan or Kha'Zix, but it's at least a step in the right direction. The only thing she really has going for her over those champions is she can abuse Darksteel and Mej. She can utilize that item appropriately, and they can't. They don't have an access to an item like that. Unless you have a time machine and go back to season 5 for Sword of the Occult. Why is this resetting on me? What is happening? Do I not have that in its spawn point? What the heck? I can buy something big here. Maybe not as big as I thought. It's awkward. Needed just a little bit more gold. Down he goes. I need Ezreal to come mid. They're starting to get antsy and they're pushing up. Ooh, look at that. My goodness. They're taking some serious damage there. 1 Elise W in squishies. Solid. How long do I have to lay this Herald? A little bit. A little bit longer. You don't have to use your stun against monsters early on. It's nice, especially if you know where the enemy junglers. That way you can minimize the damage you're taking. If you don't know where the enemy junglers and they have potential kill pressure on you, if they're there, you should really not waste your E against the jungle monster. I'm honestly down to take these guys. I'll swap human. I don't think it's worded. I missed my stun. It didn't matter though. You didn't have a close enough teammate. We get in with our stun. We go into Spidey form for speed up and we're chilling. Always swap back to Spidey form. Always, always, always. Because we move faster. A decent amount faster. Dragon up in 1 minute. I think we can win this fight. So far, done a pretty solid job of maintaining our lead. Gold lead at least, and not throwing away stacks. It's so important. You cannot play a champion like Elise or AP Shaco jungle or Evelyn and throw away Dark Seal Mesh stacks and expect to have a good mid and late game. You have to keep these up. Pay attention to the minimap. Oh, why would he walk out? They're going to walk to Dragon. To me, that feels like such a blunder. It's so pointless. You're gone. Goodbye, friend. You damage load him in human form, land the stun, and then we go into Spidey form, WQ, auto him down. If you have a good idea of where they're going to go, because your red buff's coming up, their red buff's coming up, blue buff, dragon, baron, etc., there's usually a good chance one person on the enemy team, especially if there's not much happening, it's in the mid game, is going to meander on over, mosey on over, low speed mode, solo blind face check mode. If you're blind face check mode, and if you're there, easy. You just got to think what one turd burglar on their team is likely to do. Ooh, there's someone right here. I have no clue. I guess it was Talia. Gotta hold on to my E. Not sure where Hecarim's at. He has solid damage, and I'm sitting on a lot of unspent gold. The unfortunate thing about the E buff on Elise is she normally, like 99.999% of the time, maxes E last, to where, although it is an increased stun duration, you're not really feeling it until the super late game, to where it is truly just a late game Elise buff. For example, we're level 13. That buff isn't affecting us whatsoever right now. We're 23 minutes in, so it's really a 30-minute plus Elise buff. We could probably start Dragon, actually, or at the very least bait it. Mundo tanks. It's not horrible for my Spiderlings tank. Got it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and base. Q outranges your autos when you can no longer reach them with your autos on Elise, or if they're super low on health, you pop them with your Q jump execute. Got Shadow Flame. Let's go for... I mean, Zhonya's is very tempting, but Rabadon's also very tempting. So the idea behind Zhonya's when you're ahead is you don't throw your shutdown gold as easily, and you can maintain your mesh stacks as well, 2 for 1. But then at the same time, we have so much AP that having Rabadon would give us crazy damage. And then the counter argument against that would be, well, you already have so much damage, you can really one-shot Brand already, which is fair, but I would like to be able to tap down more than just Brand. You're supposed to give the jungler the buff because he still gets the residue, and I get more XP since I have jungle item from killing jungle monsters. A lot of laners don't realize that though. They have an idea that I'm here. Now Elise is attacking the ward even though it couldn't see me. Anyone want a blind face check? That'd make me very happy. I have 500 AP with loads of penetration through Sorks and Shadow Flame. Fortunately, Night Harvester does not give penetration like Rocket Belt does. The reason why, then you may say, well, why not go for Rocket Belt? Night Harvester does a bit more damage from the item itself, and on top of that, jeez. What is going on? And on top of that, Night Harvester works really well with you throwing out a W in human form on Elise. It chunks way harder. Is this guy even over here? Oh, he is. Man, I should have chased. Oh, he's right here. Elise. No, Lulu. Got her with the red buff auto, my Night Harvester stack. I could flash E her here. She's quick is the problem. She's really fast. She touches a wall basically, or if she hits something with her mythic item. We'll flash stun this hoe. Give it the WE, down she goes. Rest in pepperonis. Smite it into Q. We're full stack Mej right now. We only lose the game if we have a massive throw. Like Mundo dying there and giving Brand 800 gold. Off 1 kill. All right. WQ. Hold on to my E. We heal so much off them now that we have loads of damage anyways. He needs to grab the residue. Nice. So yeah, right now Q is 18% max health damage plus base damage, and then our Q in Spider Form is 22% missing health damage plus base damage. A lot of missing health damage for an easy non-skill shot ability that's also a dash. Please don't be warded. Please don't be warded. That would be so bad if it was for me. I want to see if this area is warded, is why I hit it backwards. I already knew he's over there, so why would I hit the plant that way? Oh, I can't get to that very easily is the thing. Get him with the W, catch him with the E, miss the E completely. And I was not trying to do that. I'm dead. Well played to me. Accidentally clicked E on her instead of just E nowhere. If your cursor is over an enemy, when you press E, it'll immediately plop you on them. So I just wanted to hang out in the air for a while, but yeah, we weren't able to. I wanted to be in the air for 2 seconds. Miles ends up splitting. The fight doesn't go that bad, all things considered. Probably best to avoid these tight quarter situations against the Talia with her landmines and her Qs. It makes it very easy for her to land her entirely skill shot based kit. And I gave away, didn't give away, but they received 1,000 gold from me there by killing me 1 time. So yeah, not the best, but at least they lost an inhib turret, or I think they lost inhib turret plus inhib plus nexus turret. Maybe it was just top inhib. They have 2 turret burglars mid, 1 bot side. We need to fight for this dragon big time. Oh wow. I should probably focus Vayne if possible. She's one of the few that can kill Mundo effectively. Goodbye. That was a lucky pick. Well, it was a fortunate pick because I did have it swept, so I knew they didn't know I was there. It's fortunate a squishy like Talia just ran up, trying to do Talia things. Nice. 2 flame drags. Let's go. There's stuff around there that's warded. Run this guy down. He's slowed. Give him WEQ. I go up into midair. We'll hang out for a while. Drop down. Auto QW. Q is a great auto reset. Cool. Very nice. Being able to hide in the air. So when you're the most fed, everyone tries to focus you, but if we time it properly, then we're just chilling. She's a goner here. Not sure how I died. I guess she flashed and she got down a landmine. My Q counts as a dash, so when I Q through her landmine, I get chunked and stunned. That was kind of interesting. Let's take a look at damage dealt, damage taken, and runes. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we did have the most dealt on our team, but not the most in the game. Pokey Talia and Pokey Bran. Well, I did more than Bran, but not more than Talia. For damage taken, we took a decent amount. We're certainly frontlining for our team. second most taken on our team. Our self-mitigate is going to be low. Pretty low compared to Hecarim and Mundo, but overall reasonable. And then for runes high value, all in all, Elise feels better after these buffs. I wish there was more of it centered towards the early game. Yes, her passive buff was more of an early game buff, but her stun, you don't really feel it till the late game. So it'd be nice if you felt that more early on, so she could go more toe to toe or equalize out a Jarvan or Kha'Zix right now. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this Elise jungle video after her buffs. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out so much. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.